It's the vibe, and today we're doing stream. Okay, first of all, hi stream. It's the vibe. We're shooting a YouTube video, so I'm gonna be looking up and back and down, and there's nobody watching. I don't know why I'm introducing this. um, let's see. It's the vibe, and I've been seeing. I've fit their words. It's the vibe, and I've been doom scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m. and I came across Grimes. Okay, the electronic music artist who I think was married or has children with Elon Musk, and people really don't like her. I don't know why. So in this video, we're gonna be answering the question: why do people hate Grimes? We're gonna be researching throughout the scope of the internet and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm in a heavy state of depression right now. So if I'm not very vibey, it's because depression. Okay. And at the very end of the video, we're gonna be answering the age-old modern internet question: is Grimes hate forced? All right, that's all. That's all I wanted. That's the only intro I really had for this. I'm help. Ugh. My hair is looking disheveled. I look like a rock star. I feel like I'm dead inside. Mm. We're gonna do this. Hold up. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, wrong thing. Wrong thing. Cool. That's where my internet page looks like. Um, we're gonna start off really simply, and we're just gonna search up why do people hate Grimes. I'm sure there's controversy. I'm sure there's this. I'm sure it's a connection to Elon Musk, but I don't really know. Here's all the things. I guess here's all the things that I know about Grimes. I know Elon Musk. I know she makes electronic dance music. Um, that's about all. That's about basically all I know about her. So let's see. Okay, why does everybody hate Grimes? I love Grimes as a musical artist, a person, and as a great innovative thinker. Yeah, so in this video, we're going to go through interviews and researches and Reddits and comment sections, and we're going to just get a comprehensive opinion on, is this Grimes hate forced? Okay. I love Grimes as a musical artist, a person, and as a great innovative thinker. She is wildly creative and talented and has demonstrated again and again that she's a smart intellectual being who is always questioning and evolving her beliefs. Wow, this person has like a really high opinion of Grimes. Well, I am on r/Grimes, so I think it's like, it makes sense. It makes sense. On her TikTok, social media posts, YouTube videos, and other posts about Grimes, I'm always baffled at how negative her comment sections are. That's what I noticed. A lot of people just like, the hate is strong for this woman. One day it was 2015, and all people could say was how much is it was 2015, and all people could say is how much of a cool and awesome chick Grimes is and how talented she is. And now, suddenly, every time she thinks a new status quo for her is to shut up and look pretty and stop looking for attention. What? Okay, so let's see what the general comments are looking like. A lot of it is because Musk and the eat the rich mentality towards the upper class. Okay. And so, like, this was kind of my main assumption on why people would really hate her, just the connection to Elon Musk and carrying his babies and having some babies with him. I think that's enough reason for a lot of people to spread the hate. But I feel like there's something more. Maybe I'm wrong. Like there's an uncharacteristic amount of hate for this person, and for there to not have been many controversies that have like led to this degree of hate, and for it to just be the connection to Elon Musk is pretty intense and pretty wild. But we're gonna really look at both sides. I want to preface this by saying, I guess we already started, so it's not really a preface. I'm not a very good hater. I want to learn how to be a better hater, because I think you need to be a hater to really get the internet, and I'm not a good one. So I really want to learn the mechanisms behind being a hater online, and then maybe I can be a better hater as well. Who knows? We'll see. Mm, modern hate tends to stem from Elon. Okay, Elon. I'm no Elon fan, but also who am I to talk? Okay. It's not about people disagreeing with Grimes for valid reason, like her political views. I'm not sure what her political views are, so that's something we're gonna take into account. Grimes political views. We're just gonna have that in lock, right? And you know what? For that one, we're gonna go on TikTok and watch some TikTok clips because it's the internet. That's what you do. Okay, before I go into that, um, but the hate seems to get she just gets for just existing. It feels very misogynistic to me. Just the things she's hated, just the things she hated for, and the way they go about hating on her. I don't think a male artist would be spoken about this way or at this level. You have a baby to take care of. That's crazy. That's a little harsh, but it's real. I'm not about to. I'm not talking about people disagreeing with the Grimes for valid reasons. I already read that one. It's straight up acceptable sexism from the left. They desperately want to hate on women and cling to anything she says. So this is seeming like it's like really stemmed in politics. Um, yeah, so I think I have to understand what her political views and political stance is. Right. I'm not very politically inclined. I don't know much about politics. I don't know much about politics, or like I can't effectuate politics very well or articulate it because I just haven't studied it. But it seems to be a very core component about why people despise this woman. But let's see, internet. Mm. The trail continues. Boom. Oh, I need to put headphones on for this one. Ugh, ugh. Oh no, my headphones are dead. How do I do this without ruining things? I know. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Doodaloo doodaloo doo. Setting up these headphones, baby. Ain't no one ever put headphones on like me before. Please connect. No, my headphones aren't connecting. No. Oh man. Oh, they're connected. Nice. I guess it all works out in the end. It all works out in the end. Wherever you go, that's where I am. Oh no, please don't roast my hairline. Please don't make fun of my hairline, chat. Don't make fun of my hairline, internet. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, I'm not hearing anything. Hello? Are we good? What's going on, chat? Chat, what's happening? I can't hear nothing, huh? What the freak? What the freak, Skurs? What's happening? That's a little frustrating. That's really frustrating. Alright. Wherever we go, that's where I am. It all works out in the end. Wherever we go, that's where I am. Mac audio capture. Priorities. Desktop audio capture. Very nice. Hello, Grimes. I can't hear your voice, ma'am. Da, 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 da. The thing goes beep. But then it dies immediately. I see. Oh no, it's right here.
For the communists.
There we go. Uh-oh, she's talking about communism already. First, let's test this before we go a little more crazy. You know what I mean?
What did I say? I was gonna spend a year to get trained, and I want to have like a UFC fight or some shit like that. And you were explaining to me how dumb it was.
Yes.
Bobby Lee's brother, Steve Lee, who's 40 years old, who's one of those guys. He's like 1,000 times funnier than Bobby without trying. Like Bobby's like a professional.
Okay. We all ready to go now.
I have a proposition for the communists. So typically, most of the communists I know.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
I have a proposition for the communists. So typically, most of the communists I know are not big fans.
This has, besides the point, but she always has really cool makeup. So maybe that's just the artist in me looking at her and being like, ooh, art face stuff.
Of AI. But if you think about it, AI is actually the fastest path to communism. So, if implemented correctly, AI could actually theoretically solve for abundance. Like, we could totally get to a situation where nobody has to...
Okay, so it sounds like she's for communism. But AI is currently in the hands of capitalists like... Okay, yeah. And then it just goes right to Elon Musk. Oh, God, this is... We're not doing this today. I think she already has the chip. Okay, so then it's a mix of Elon Musk and stop trying to justify AI, which I think I'm probably with her on. Let's find a perspective on how we can make this work if it's already happening, instead of just saying no, 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 no and shutting our ears. But that's just me. I'm not the person under scrutiny. Not for this video. Maybe in the future. I can't wait to be able to do. I'm really excited to do a why do people hate the vibe video. But that's in the future. What else does she have going on? Not a vibe. Karl Marx. What in the girl boss is this? Not the post-human colonizer timeline. The problem is those owning AI. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. It's I mean, she's trying to have like a forward-thinking mentality about it. Wait, no, I have to learn to be a hater. Yeah, what's wrong with her? Why would she even suggest that? It's weird. Let's see what else she has to say.
Even begrudge the narrative. Honestly, I'm kind of happy to be a punching bag. Like, if it's easier for there to be a symbol that is like here that can be a punching bag, it's creatively interesting to me, to be honest. It's creatively quite freeing. Like, when I was making this video, I'm like, we're gonna get demonetized, are we? Well, who fucking cares? You know, like, I've been dropped from everything. Like, we have nothing to lose. Like, we can just make what we want to make. And like, that's pretty, for me as an...
No.
There's a narrative, and I don't even begrudge the narrative. Honestly, I'm kind of happy to be a punching bag. Like, if it's easier for there to be a symbol that is like here that can be a punching bag, it's creatively interesting to me, to be honest. It's creatively quite freeing. Like, when I was making this video,
So I'm an artist. I get the perspective she's coming from. It sounds like she's found her positive angle in being someone who's deeply hated. It also shows me that I was not mistaken about there is a lot of hate for this girl. It's like clearly a part of her her like baseline life experience, at least when we're talking about online stuff. So good job, the vibe. Good job, me. All right.
Like, we're gonna get demonetized, are we? Well, who fucking cares? You know, like, I've been dropped from everything. Like, we have nothing to lose. Like, we can just make what we want to make. And like, that's pretty, for me as an artist, like, I feel like previous to this, like, the thing would hurt me. I would be like, oh, like, you know, you get canceled and stuff. It's really abrasive, especially the first like 3-4 times, you know.
Okay, I wonder why has she been canceled in the past? Right? That's kind of what I'm looking for, huh? Why was Grimes canceled? I'm curious. I'm super curious.
And
Why was Grimes canceled? Performance cancellation in May 2025 for pulling out of a Pride event due to family issues. Sparking online speculation about our co-parenting struggles with Elon Musk and issues with child custody. That sounds tough. With some I gotta be a hater. Whatever. With some fans expressing frustration over her erratic schedule and public drama. Okay, why is Grimes canceled? Back to Reddit, the home of the internet. This is usually the usual reply I get from other Canadians is like, you know, she grew up rich, like it's supposed to absolve your raw talent and drive. Okay, so some privilege aspects there. Ha ha ha, I actually didn't even. Oh, she responded, nice. They seem to misunderstand my mom's job. She was a public lawyer, middle class though, def not poor. But yeah, at this point, there's so many controversies, it's not even worth correcting them. Interesting. More or less, she first portrayed herself as a liberal genius, female girl boss producer, and everyone bought into it for a long time. After she got with Elon Musk, very obvious cracks in her persona started popping up, and she went to the other side of the politics, supporting Elon publicly after building her audience on the left. Oh. Interesting. Just a ton of flip-flopping. Backtracking of her opinion. Long story short, as the years dragged on, a lot of character flaws in her have been exposed to the point where OG Grimes was the friend we made along the way. Claire in general is just a woman with very poor Jesus Christ. Also, her music is quite bad now, and that's if she releases any music. She does this thing where she always teases the new album, but it never. That's a pretty heavy statement. This is the good masterclass on how to hate on the internet. I really have to learn from these people if I want to get my hate score up. I got to be a better hater, and I think this is a good way of learning how. But that's it. That's good to know. To know that the general perception is you started on the left. Elon came through. Then you switched your political opinions. Did she like turn right? Alt-right. Once again, I'm not like I'm an artist. I don't know shit, right? So who knows? Don't get me started on Coachella Gate. She didn't know a fundamental technique of being a DJ before being on such a large stage, and then proceeded to blame everyone except for Coachella Gate. Let's see. Is this like Grimes? Coachella Gate refers to a major technical issue during Grimes' Coachella 2024 DJ set where tracks played at double speed and monitors failed, causing her significant frustration on stage, meltdowns, and viral moment of her trying to fix it while apologizing to the crowd. Let's watch this live. Coachella 2024 Grimes. good.
Are twice as fast. Shit always fucking happens. I just want to say
I like lisp. I know it's like a bad. I just like the sound. I like people when they have a lisp. It's fun. It sounds cool. It's endearing to me. That makes me like people for some reason. But I need to be a hater. So I don't know if I'm gonna let that slide.
say one thing.
Wait, did it happen?
Okay, it always happens once. This shit always fucking happens. All my tracks are twice as fast, so I'm not mixing very well. But I'm gonna keep trying, and I appreciate you guys being here. There has never been a grime show without a major technical difficulty. But
Dude, this is Coachella? I've never been to a music festival. This looks so cool. I want to headline this. This would be nice. This is a good headline opportunity. That's the vision right now. Coachella 2031, the vibe, main stage, headlining act to close out Saturday, Sunday night. I think it's on weekends, I'm sure.
yes, it will continue, and just don't blame me. It's not my fault. Well, it's partially my fault, but it's not entirely my fault. Okay, all my tracks are. Okay, so need to do this. Same. All my tracks are not unmixable if we can't.
Ooh, yeah, this is kind of hard to watch. For me, at least. It's so hard to watch. My screen just went black. Oh no, you see my kissing Sydney Sweeney thing. You shouldn't be seeing that. You shouldn't be seeing that. That's not for you.
I'm gonna go back to. Okay, the rest of the mixes are gonna be a bit crazy.
Okay, this is kind of hard to watch. I don't. This is hurts.
Oh. Oh wait, fuck. Hang on, the also starting cues. 1 sec. 1 sec.
Yeah, this is hard to watch.
Well, speed. I'm going
Oh,
to. Everything has been put to a double tempo, so I'm doing a lot.
this is hard to watch. This is when you lied on your CV and still get the job. I watched this after having a bad day and feel better about myself. Holy crap, this is giving me secondhand embarrassment. A whole set of just going, this just happened. Me on acid in the 20th row. Gonna tell my kids that this is Grimes. This is really hard to explain because you peasants may not know dividing by 2. Am I just high or did she really just repeat herself for 6 minutes? Ha ha ha. You can imagine the face of another talented artist who got declined for this show so that they can play her gig. Just stop explaining and roll with it. Make something up on the spot. No one will notice. It may even be cooler. There's math, then there's knowing how to mix. Just like her AI visuals, she's waiting for AI mixers and AI CD. Yeah, no, okay, so this definitely deserves some roast.
Song, and I'm going to do this correctly for you. Let me.
It's hard to watch. This deserves some heavy critique. People pay for this. People pay a lot of money for this. I don't know. I'm sure there's a better way to fix this. The details, I don't know the details of the situation, but it's hard to watch, so I don't want to know any more of that one. Okay. Next. Let's see what else is there to do with the one, the only Grimes.
Yeah, like there's a narrative, and I don't even begrudge the narrative. Honestly, I'm kind of happy to be a punching bag. Like, if it's easier for there to be a symbol that is like here, that I think is a good one. I do not think I should be a political person. I think that's a long, far gone situation. I don't know. I don't know if it's long-winded.
No,
something,
that's great.
something along those lines. I'm sure I missed some things.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but just to echo a few of these things, I think the role, literally the job of artists, is to move between social classes. And so pushing forward ideas through aesthetics, which are popularly accessible, where
When the Coachella set failed, we really
Right.
quickly made a short film.
Yes. Well, there were major technical difficulties weekend one.
It will continue.
Dude, it's really hard to watch.
So what we did was like use AI to make a fake documentary.
They're calling it the worst disaster in Coachella history.
In between the two weekends, where we blamed the technical difficulties
What did we blame?
on some kind of conspiracy.
And Deadmau5.
Bruh, she can't DJ.
And Deadmau5. And then we opened the weekend
can
two
roll
set
with it,
with
which is
that.
great.
Will Grimes make the biggest comeback in Coachella history, or will Saturday be another shit show?
Yeah, they can
Open
roll
source
with it.
my voice or whatever, which was actually, I think anyone can make a model of anyone's voice pretty easily, but what we did was we used blockchain. So Morinbang is the
I'm not relatable. There's blood on my hand.
I mean, to me, she's coming off as just like a successful artist, like a super artsy artist. And as someone who's like an artist deep in their soul, I get how, by the very nature of who she is and the positions she's living in, she can rub people the wrong way. It makes sense to me. But let's see, maybe there's more stuff I'm missing. I need to be a hater. I'm not hating enough. Grimes, do better. I'm not good at it. I'm sorry. I'm not there yet. Exploring North Korea's Morning Bang, State of the Girl Group. Controversy. Whenever I tell people I listen to Grimes, this is what I hear. Oh my OMG, she's such a bad person. That's such a wild. They're such a bad person. Yeah. How could you possibly like her? I've been searching the internet but can't find anything reliable to explain whatever it is that's going on. Someone please help. I think she's fine. I like her, and she's a very inspirational artist. I love her as an artist, but when she starts talking on sensitive stuff, I know she's gonna mess it up and regret it later. These videos are a great place to start, and the second one is actually the shorter one, and maybe the better one to start with. Just FYI, because I'm pretty sure she goes into fascism and stuff. Her being seen photographed in extremely questionable company. I'm a huge fan. Before we watch this video, I just want the context. I'm a huge fan of Grimes' music, and I find a lot of inspiration in it as a musician myself. So I remain compassionate but confused by, and sometimes truly disappointed in / put off by her personal life decisions. I think she's a complex, layered human like everyone else, but I have serious reservations about whether she actually stands on issues. She has serious foot in the mouth syndrome and / or is not good at censoring herself with her, and her real opinions, however mutable they may be, and or honing her ideas before speaking them sometimes, and it leaves people, myself included, feeling like she's totally lost the plot of what she used to claim and stand for. I haven't finished the first video yet as a compilation of the Grimes Iceberg video. Oh wow, there's a Grimes Iceberg. That's gonna make this video really easy. Thank you, internet. I appreciate you. I haven't finished the first video. Also, not being an annoying astrology person, but she's Pisces sun and very Piscean. Yeah, people say I have big Piscean. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stop. All right, video time.
So, sup, it's reading week, and I am trying to distract myself from heartbreak, so I thought what
This
better...
is a 2-hour, 57-minute video. Bang! This is gonna give me everything I need. Shout out to the creator of this video here, Marcy. Subscribe to Marcy if you care to.
better way to do that than to revisit my very first love, Grimes, and her lore, because she has lore, because she's like a video game character at this point.
I can't be that basic, like from an ego perspective.
We're all just watching her happen. Not that anyone asked for qualifications, but crazy.
I don't want to just watch your video in full because it seems like you worked really hard on this. I'm trying to just like skip around, but I don't know how else to do this, so I'm just going to watch your video to whatever degree I care to. Thank you for posting this.
It's embarrassing to admit, but yes, I ran Grimes Canada from July of 2017 to the end of 2021, I believe is when I stopped posting. So, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, this video is for you.
There's one Grimes person.
So let's begin. Elon Musk. You know who he is. I know who he is. I've spent trapped in a real life Get Out.
Show up and start these sessions. I have no idea when she's coming back. I'm going to wait one more day and then I'm going to go home.
Been there. So I'm just going to start reading.
Literally been sitting at Elon Musk's house alone for days waiting for @Grimes to show up and start these sessions. I have no idea when she's coming back. I'm going to wait one more day and then I'm going to go home. Lol, I waited around all weekend while Grimes coddled her boyfriend for being too stupid to know not to go on Twitter while on acid. Then, she had the nerve to go ghost and book me a first-class flight through Rock Nation as if she's big enough to send me out of LA. LOL, Elon Musk is better off hiring an escort. At least an escort would have kept her mouth shut about his business. He's got some dirty sneaker inbred out of the woods pap spear pussy meth head junkie running around town telling everyone everything about him. All because he needed a date to the Met Gala to hide his shrinking dick from Amber Heard. LOL, a fucking rebound. A beta male who took steroids and got hair plugs to convince himself he was the alpha. There is no reason that in this collab with Grimes, I know so much about Elon Musk. Grimes really is an idiot.
She also repeatedly mentioned only being invited over for some weird threesome sex shit. Which is a recurring theme.
Azealia Banks is crazy though. Or rather, she's like unhinged. And I'm unhinged. So saying she's unhinged is, I don't know how like accurate you can trust her words.
Theme in this situation that I do not want to engage with.
Whatever little fucking raggedy alien sex is trying to set me up for.
A spokesperson for Elon Musk comes out after these Instagram stories go viral and claims that Musk has never even met or communicated with her in any way. But you don't just lie to Azealia Banks.
Oh, I don't know her. So nigga, how the fuck did I get in your house? With all that fucking security clearance you have in your fucking house, nigga, you know who's coming in and out of your fucking house. Don't try to play me.
Banks then shares screenshots of a private conversation between her and Grimes that conspired the week before she...
And he just got into weed because of me. He's super intertwined by 420. So when he decided to take the stock private, he calculated it was worth 419. So he ran up to 420 for a laugh. And now the SEC is investigating him for fraud. Cool. I'm like a very fierce protector of children, and I can see them in the invisible world. We need to find you a beaver so we can be pregnant at the... This is a rabbit hole I did not expect to go down. Let's go.
He was invited to LA. If there's one takeaway we get from this, it's that Azealia really wasn't kidding when she said Grimes was running around telling everybody everything about him. Not only did she explicitly let her know about his drug use,
but you know, South African white people from that era are like the worst, most proper English people, basically. I thought he was a wild Thornberry for the longest time. He has a fake made-up accent. Haha, it's not South Africa. His family talks South African, and he has this weird accent that doesn't actually exist. His mother is gorgeous.
The Russians want him dead and are willing to kidnap anyone around him just to get at him, and how the 420 tweet that got him in trouble was actually just a stupid weed joke. She also said this. I'm not reading it.
Nice. Elon Musk is packing. Nice.
I refuse to. Anywho, immediately after that, Musk retracts his first statement and tells the New York Times, "I saw her Friday morning for 2 seconds at about a 30-foot distance as she was leaving the house. I had just finished working out. She was not within hearing range. I didn't even realize who it was. That's literally the only time I've ever laid eyes on her." I don't want to put like my own opinions in this, but that sounds like something. Here, Elon's contribution to the drama takes the form of Azalea's accusations of phone tapping, blackmail, and bribery. That done hearing from. Thank God for that. If only she had gone ghost on Banks like her boyfriend did, maybe things would be a little bit different. But at 4 a.m., she had to give Azalea a real piece of her mind. So ensued. Ever. Opinion. The greatest exchange between two people ever.
Your drug dealer knows.
Heard you got dumped, sis.
Congratulations, you win.
So stop being a sore loser and stop spamming me, weirdo. You're gonna get in trouble, sis.
Narc, 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 narc.
You don't even have bone marrow, sis, lol, or a decent pair of lips.
At least I'm not fat.
Or hips, or ass, or tits. You smell like a roll of nickels.
Bro, there's just so much going on. There's so much going on. I can't. There's so much going on. Oh my gosh. I did not expect this. Oh my gosh. I'm. Fuck.
You look like a little boy. You're not enough woman for a man like that, sis.
Jesus.
You keep trying to provoke Paul, you're gonna get Elon in more trouble. I suggest you cool it. Elon is way out of your league, sis.
Only thing that should be afraid of you. That should be afraid of you.
After all of this, and he still wants to meet me. He wants me, babe. I'm sexy, babe.
Want some food?
Elon wants this fat pussy. You need an IV and a tan.
Sorry, shouldn't have said that.
Some breast implants, some lip fillers, and a burger.
Didn't mean to make you feel bad.
You could never, darling. You're a basic.
I think I'm gonna regret this video.
White woman, lol. I am by nature superior to you, dear. Good girl. Back down. Exactly the way I knew you would. Don't hurt yourself, babe. Sleep tight.
Sweet narc dream. Sweet.
Okay, you brittle bone meth head.
Narc, 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 narc.
So that's the gist of it summarized. Expaga goes really deep on Waitix being subpoenaed for trial by the SEC. I remember being on Instagram and refreshing Azalea's page every 5 minutes, just hoping that the little circle would light up. With a sense of humor. I was mortified. But as someone now.
His family's wealth is rooted in emerald and ore mines in South Africa during apartheid. This trash-ass being a male pig was given his start in life because his disgusting racist parents took advantage of thousands of black people. Ask Elon Musk what he does for Africa. Nothing. He ignores it. And he's, wow. Wow. He's on the Down syndrome spectrum for sure. There's something not quite right about that man.
With a sense of humor. I really tried to keep this brief, but I felt like there was just too much important information
This song is about having to defeat Azalea Banks when she tried to destroy my life.
that I needed to include. For the Inner 19, Grimes posed as the face for the new Stella McCartney x Adidas collection. For the interview, they asked her about her training regimen, which she gladly goes into a lot of detail about. Bear with me, eye surgery is mentioned.
My training is a 360. I first maintain a healthy cellular routine where I maximize the function of my mitochondria with supplements plus as NAD+, carnitine, magnesium, etc. This helps promote ATP and is also incredibly visceral. From this point, it stabilizers and mind and
Okay, I'm starting to get the hate, I think. It's starting to make sense a little bit.
Paparazzi followed me home from a shoot, so I tried to think what I could do that would yield the most onionish possible headline. And it worked, haha. She's clearly playing on the joke that now she's not with Musk, she's flirting with communism as opposed to capitalism.
Paparazzi had been following me for like 4 or 5 days. Everywhere I went, they were outside my house. They finally, had like a crazy car chase with my brother because they thought I was in the car. And then the guy was like, look, I'm on assignment. I need a photo of Grimes. I can't leave you guys alone until I get this. I was like, look, okay, I have this photo shoot on this day. I'll be on Glam. Like, I'll come out on the street for 10 minutes. You can get your fucking picture and then just fuck off and please leave me alone. I was about to go out and my friend was like, yo, like, bring a book. It'll be funny. We were just being stupid. We didn't realize this was like gonna be a big serious thing that was gonna like trend world
People the wrong way, inconvenient. I'm just explaining. August
for-
2022, Grimes tweets on several occasions about body modifications, vampire teeth, elf ears, and among other things that she was just open to talking about. September 2022, Grimes posts this. Knowing her by this point, I don't think everyone was too crazy in thinking this bitch definitely just got experimental elf ear surgery. It truly was not and is not out of the realm of possibility. Ears finish, especially for cosmetic purposes. God, because it's just too risky for a musician to fuck with your ears, especially for cosmetic purposes. And Razor plastic surgery clinic. Awesome. I mean, yeah, she had XAI A12 according to Grimes, X-Ash A12 according to Elon, also called Little X, Ash, Archangel, XAA12, is the firstborn child of Grimes and Elon Musk and is also the most genetically predetermined child to have severe ADHD. He was born May 4th, 2020, and his birth was announced on Twitter by Musk. They have also since had another child named Exadarch Sidriel Musk, or Y. But I guess we'll never know. Oh, and there's also that one Untitled snippet that she posted one day. We never heard about it again. Not Around used to be called Last Call. I will never forgive her for changing that. Be why I adore Grimes and her art. We can hear a lot of crazy things about her. We have heard a lot of crazy things about her, and we're gonna hear a lot more. But you can't deny that her art, that shit's powerful. Art is powerful even if sometimes you don't always agree with its creator, and I think that's something that's important. Album in a later entry, but just know that Grimes had made it clear on several occasions that her lost album had nothing to do with the critical response from Go because of her personality. I recommend reading the entirety of Where You Are by Grimes herself. There's only one questline in the entire game where she's featured, and it's called Violence, where you are hired to investigate her boyfriend who believes she's having an affair, only to find out that he's actually plotting to create a backup copy of her personality. I recommend reading the entirety of Lizzie over that. I don't think that made them too happy. Out of Lizzie Wizzy, we got the single Delicate Weapon from the Cyber is dedicated to all those sick, by the way. It's in 2019, while very pregnant, that Elon Musk forced everyone to give a standing ovation for. Oh, fucking amazing.
I actually bought Cyberpunk 2077 when it came out. First of all, because I was really excited. I had
come back canceled for this, which is so crazy.
Re-downloading your game.
Like, I actually got canceled for this, which is so crazy.
July 24th, 2021. Elon Musk tweets, pronouns suck. 5 minutes later, Grimes responds, I love you, but please turn off your phone or give me a doll. I cannot support hate. Please stop this. I know this isn't your heart. I guess it's a meme template now. Not sure it would be as funny if she spelled call correctly, to be honest.
The defense calls Wario.
On May 9th, 2021, Grimes appeared as a special guest in one skit alongside weekly host Elon Musk. Elon played Wario on trial for the murder of Mario, and Grimes played Princess Peach, the cheating whore wife of Mario. She had 2 lines.
Luigi, no! He's got a red turtle shell!
Miley Cyrus performed that day. They met. It was a great moment. Unfortunately, Grimes later revealed that she was hospitalized after the taping due to a panic attack. She wrote on Instagram, forgot to post these because somehow causes a good time to start therapy. But nonetheless, wow, team. What's inconsistent about all of this is that Grimes is very aware that her fans, absolutely hate him. So, thanks for the warning, I guess. I still really wish I didn't have to read that, though. Something that's E, which I know will upset the Grimes and letting me sneak in as Princess Peach, and so proud of my beautiful E, which I know will upset the Grimes fans, so I apologize in advance, but he killed it. Something that's been consistent about all of this is that Grimes is very aware that her fans, absolutely hate him. So, thanks for the warning, I guess. I still really wish I didn't have to read that, though.
I have a proposition for the communists.
Oh, we saw this video.
So
after Grimes and Elon Musk appeared at the Met Gala together, fans had noticed that Grimes removed the anti-imperialist portion of her Twitter bio. Putting 2 and 2 together, a lot of people ran with the idea that she removed it from her bio because she began dating a capitalist billionaire. As someone who was religiously monitoring her social media at this time, waiting for new album news, I can confirm that she did indeed change her bio at least a month before they ever were rumored to start talking. Just because she changes her bio a lot, Someone probably just found an old screenshot of. I don't understand why people made this connection. I'm gonna be honest, it kind of like tripped me up for a bit as well because people were really adamant about this. This is the last entry in layer 2, and I'm excited because this is one I have a personal connection to. It's not a flex, it actually kind of fucking sucks. November of 2018, Grimes tweets, hentai is important. Legit love hentai. Have a fake Twitter and Insta just to look at nice illustrations, beautiful naked blue hair girls. Illustrations of things always better than real things. I, being the attention leech of a fan I was, had to ask, who's your waifu? We gotta know. She responds with an image of a scantily clad, blue-haired and straight. But without further ado, get your scuba gear on. We're diving. Live audio and it bangs. You might see some hardcore fans begging her under stuff to release it, but I'm pretty sure that possibility.
For like 5 years. I wasn't unhappy to be doing that much work. Really my fault, sorry. Rococo Basilisk, emails, meetings, type. Fall 2020.
X produces something reasonable. Jamie responds, this is a bit of a long one, but it's all like saucy info. Saucy.
Grimes is one of my least favorite people on the planet, believe me. If I had secretly been behind her music this whole time, I would have told people by now. I didn't meet her until spring 2012, at which the time that album that broke her had already been completed and released. Furthermore, I was rarely more than 20 feet away from her at all times from fall 2012 to spring 2018. No one else was working on her music. She made Art Angels by herself, and she made 2 to 3 albums of additional stuff during that time period by herself that's a similar level of quality. I did not have creative involvement in her music during that time period beyond, like, suggesting that World Princess Part 2 should be a full song instead of an interlude.
Thank you, Jamie!
Thank God for timestamps.
Really sensitive cable. And I fucking, okay. A year ago, I want to like to talk about when it comes to the future entries context by using the subreddit names to generalize how iceberg trees are kind of, as we go down the list on some of these like speculatory entries. This is mainly because there are 2 big active fan communities. I'm just gonna put actually fan community onto her old social media handles before she was big enough to just be @Grimes. So r/Grimes spelled the normal way is the general normal moderated fan community, and r/Grimes is the unmoderated community that was created in retaliation to the r/Grimes mods removing any criticism or negative media about her. It's also the forum she's talking about in this tweet. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, this is a great generalization because there are normal people on both sides who just get drowned out by weirdos. For the sake of the entry, let's just say that r/Grimes believes she's Satan, and r/Grimes has their collective head shoved really far up, feel the burn as well. I don't blame them. God, we're all tired. So I don't think you guys understand how much I really do need to preface this. There are entries whose information can only be found on one forum or the other. And for the most part, the people spreading information and engaging the discussion are like super biased. Action started around 2018. It's important to note that Elon Musk is such a big, influential figure that any person he's involved with is going to get implicated in conspiracy theories and violentness of all of outlandish and extreme behavior by people in the Grimes subreddit. Grimes replied to one of their posts. Thanks for documenting this. It's been terrifying all of us for a long time. Reddit won't respond, so I'm not sure what recourse we have left. Much appreciate your help collecting this. It's hard for me to look at, so I haven't had stalking me, my friends, and my family for years. They have recently started attacking fans who started documenting the behavior. Reddit has a policy of not responding to artists, and we've been unable to get in touch with anyone despite dozens of attempts. Immediately following this, a very lengthy post by user Mountain Opposite shoots to the very top of the Grimes subreddit.
Grimes, you liar.
I don't know what this person would sound like. I'm just gonna use like a robot voice. Grimes, you liar. I am not going to mince words in my post title. Saying Claire. Oh yeah, they call her Claire, by the way. Trying to get personal, I guess. Oh wait, that's me. I'm just like, why are they saying that? Oops, okay. My ADHD is so bad. Saying Claire is lying about this subreddit is not libelous or defamatory. It is simple fact. She is telling blatant lies to a much broader audience than we possess on the small Reddit of 3.2k, now 5k, so let's lay it all out for any new visitors. Lies. Claire claims that this subreddit has been harassing and stalking her friends and family for years. This subreddit was created 10 months ago on October 5th, 2022, in response to heavy-handed censorship on her official subreddit. This subreddit is not unmoderated, it is as lightly moderated as possible, but we consciously honor Reddit's terms of service and ban one post to anyone on here. One poster has been annoyingly smart in mentioning that she is capable of retaliation after someone else doxed her first, and I'm just like, what the fuck is AFAK? AFAK doesn't like make that much sense to me. Ford is revealing that he lives in Japan, which doesn't seem specific enough to be actionable, to be honest. Post-doxing and attempts to bypass Reddit's traditional processes is not okay. I hate to bury the lead here, but if she ever succeeds, this will be massive. And people should start getting scared about what that means. Notably, Claire is deploying the same language Musk used with Elon Jet, claiming that this subreddit is a threat. She, who has children with one of the richest grifters in the world, claims that subreddit of marginalized people, homeless, trans, disabled, queer, to name just a few users, who used to be fans of her music pre-Musk and are now critical of her politics and affiliations, are a threat to her. The mental gymnastics
There's somebody doing something very loud on my
Leaked documents revealed that SpaceX had tried to enroll Elon Musk's private jet in a federal program to prevent it from being tracked, but that didn't work because a college student set up a Twitter account called Elon Jet that tweets like all of his jet locations, and then he had like a public meltdown on Twitter over the Elon Jet account. He literally just like had a meltdown because he forgot to properly implement measures to protect his own jet, and then got angry when the thing that he made public is actually public because he's stupid. But has been completely awful for me, and once again my boyfriend has decided I'm being dramatic because my son is an easy baby. This somehow doesn't cure my continued nausea, pain from having my abdomen opened and then stitched shut, rock hard boobs, and sleep deprivation, but thanks I guess. He changes diapers and holds and plays with the baby when he's not working or fucking around on the internet. So the stuff about my mom. Shortly after we reconciled, he and my mom had a disagreement about something. At the time he told me she was being toxic and trying to meddle in our relationship, and that it was better if we ceased communication. He showed me screenshots from his phone that at the time seemed fairly convincing. My mom isn't crazy about him anyway, and she made that no secret when we were separated. So even though I was surprised by the things she was saying, I did believe him, and stupidly felt like it was the right thing to do to make things work with him. It bothered me that he was constantly asking me if I had been talking to her, and that he was paranoid about it, but I was like, well, what she said was really hurtful. Basically that he was abusing me, but I was too stupid to see it, and that she was gonna come and take our baby away so he wouldn't have to be raised by him. So I understand. A couple days ago, I overheard him talking about me in a Discord voice chat, basically complaining that I was lazy and useless since I gave birth, and that it was my job, so that I needed to suck it up and do it. I didn't let him know that I had overheard, but I was upset. Later on, we were in the bedroom and the baby was losing his mind, and I was having trouble getting him to latch, and I was in so much pain, and I just started crying and saying I wanted my mom. He snapped at me that my mom had filled my head with feminist garbage my whole life, and that's why I was weak and couldn't handle something women had been doing for thousands of years. I was kind of floored. I had never heard him say anything like that before. I told him he needed to leave and go sleep elsewhere because I was really hurt. When he went to work the next morning, I decided to call my mom to see what the hell he was doing on the internet because I felt like that was a logical step to take. I was not surprised to find out he had been on men's rights type websites. If you agree with that, fine, whatever, and was using them to express his frustration that although he thought he'd found the ideal young partner to have his babies and turn into an ideal housewife, which was so weird to read because I feel like I'm the furthest thing from the housewife type, and I'm not shy about that. I guess my mom has been filling my head with feminist garbage my whole life after all. When we first met, it seemed like we had lots of shared interests and ideas, and he enjoyed my independence. But that pregnancy made me gross and useless, and that giving birth made me even worse, saying the only good thing about me is that I had a boy my first go. I was pretty surprised, however, to learn that the original conversation he and my mom had was about his attitude towards me, but had nothing to do with him being abusive, and she never threatened to take the baby. She just suggested to him that if he really loved me, he would support me and be there for me. He told her she'd never speak to me again, and that she'd never meet her grandchild. She forwarded me the conversations. I'm not wrong in thinking this is totally fucked up, right? There's absolutely no saving a relationship like this. I know it seems pretty cut and dry when it's all laid out, but like, I just need someone to give me advice on what to do, where to go from here. For your advice. The little guy's name is Elliot. All of the comments write something along the lines of, you're being abused, get a lawyer and get the fuck out. A few months later, this user returns with an update post. Update. Extricating yourself is hard, but usually it's worth it. My much older boyfriend cutting off contact with Good day. Also from Tweaked in 2021, on her 33rd birthday, she got this red butterfly tattoo on her outer right forearm. Grimes' beautiful hand tattoo was done by artist Victor J. Webster in New Zealand in exchange for tickets to her show. In a 2016 interview with Stella McCartney, she said, I never decide until 10 minutes before I'm getting a tattoo what it's gonna be. I was in New Zealand playing a show and this guy said, I'll give you a free tattoo if I can come that. Runes ribcage tattoo, yet another one from Delphine, late 2016. The runes stand for the letters GPA, GMA, not sure what it means if any. Pink. Yeah, this one. Long platinum blonde with black ends. Bonus round, turf bangs, medium black hair. Oops, I went too far, mean. Light pink, dirty blonde, yellow/orange, green. This swampy yellow green, black with blonde turf bangs. I'm probably missing something, but whatever. Isaacson probably mixed him up with X at the time. So in 2023, following the book's release, the media pressure for a statement from Grimes was intense, leading her to post a response on Twitter. Hey, I would prefer to not breathe any more life into this current press cycle, but I want to de-escalate the narrative at the moment. I spoke with Siobhan at length finally, which was long overdue. This wasn't her fault. Please don't be angry with her. We respect each other a lot, and we're excited to become friends and have the kids grow up together. I truly apologize for responding to Walter like that. As you can imagine, that was a very gut-level reaction to a thing that has been really hard for him, as it would require Grimes to either move to Texas or constantly be traveling, requesting additionally the $1 a month. So,
oh my god,
that check, there's
a
mattress or fill the fridge until absolutely necessary. Apparently, Texas caps monthly child support payments. So for their 3 children, Elon would only have to pay $2,760 a month. So that checks out. An article about the case explains further. Additionally, the billionaire has asked the court to award Grimes a standard possession schedule for seeing the children, which would allow the singer to have the kids on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th weekends of the month, as well as for 1 month during the summer and some holidays. Musk is also requesting that all of Grimes' time with the children be spent in Travis County, Texas. This type of schedule, while common in custody disputes, makes little sense for this particular situation, as it would require Grimes to either move to Texas or constantly be traveling back and forth. Here's a Grimes tweet from October 2023 where she calls for people to sign a petition that would keep living in Austin, Texas more affordable. So clearly Texan laws and money have been on her mind. Sidebar again, she got chewed the fuck up in the comment by Texas residents who said that a closer look at the petition she shared shows that it's an awful idea because the unregulated and smaller condensed housing is not the answer to an already ultra capitalist area like Austin. I'm just explaining what people said. Software music video, and Elon Musk is solely ever seen out with his son X, who looks a lot like Grimes. Really looks like Grimes. He takes him to normal father-son outings like baseball games, rocket launches, Auschwitz with Ben Shapiro. Grimes and Elon surprisingly seem to be on good terms as of right now. People tracking ElonJet has said he started making trips to California again, so I assume they worked something out. But all further documents are sealed. This is all we know. Oh, sorry, I almost left out that Siobhan Zillis is currently pregnant. Father? Who fucking knows? Leftover questions, because this is a lot. Why did Musk deny Grimes the right to see their son? So full reason unknown. But reportedly, Elon went a little after his daughter came out and cut him off, and he blames wokeism, because it couldn't be anything else. So it's possible he just wants control over his youngest kids, especially the boy, because he's, you know, like that. Are Grimes and Elon still together? No, they're not. But you want the honest truth? They're never gonna be separated. No, they're not. But you want the honest truth? They're never.
Post your music videos to X. Elon Musk pinned Grimes. Humans augmented by AI will create the best work for some years to come. Can't wait to see Odyssey and the Iliad. We really can't have a day of peace, huh? Elon Musk post from Grimes.
We're gonna be separated. We got through it. Chelsea Manning. In mid-2022, during one of the times she had split from Elon, there was speculation that Grimes began dating activist and whistleblower Chelsea Manning. Chelsea Manning is most known for leaking classified documents to Wiki.
Living the song.
Way too formal in public. On the off chance this is her, man, you want my honest opinion? I don't think that it's her too much. You're pathetic. Ghost written by Isaiah. Feign a troubled mystique. The only thing gayer than a man roller skating with rainbow ribbons is a man who that your garden fused with an angry pop crave commenter. You're not a sociopath. You just want to be perceived as one. The real truth is that you're a garden variety, limp dick larper trying to feign a troubled mystique. The only thing gayer than a man roller skating with rainbow ribbons is a man who cares too much. You're pathetic. Ghost written by Azalea Banks. You want my honest opinion? I don't think that it's her. The way that they tweet is way too formal in public. On the off chance this is her, form of upper class humor that I'm just not. A quick Google search of Rajiv Khan reveals he was dropped from writing from the New York Times due to a history with racist far-right online publications. Here's a large Reddit thread that goes more into depth about this guy. Rajiv Khan is super, extremely, transparently gross. He's the guy making the arguments why we need to literally remove all black people from the planet as an act of mercy so they don't drag down the average IQ with interbreeding. Claire should not be seen with him. If she ain't a Nazi, she will address this as a mistake. Don't hold your breath. Thanks for reading. Another one of her friends, Curtis Yarvin, who is the creator of computing program Urbit, openly expressed racist views under his alter ego Mencius Moldbug during a random pro-slavery speech occasions, which seems inconspicuous enough, but apparently the phrase "return to Europa" several occasions, which seems inconspicuous enough, but apparently the phrase "return to Europa" on several etc., comes from. Grimes was also tweeted using the word return with a V replacing the U on several occasions, which seems inconspicuous enough, but apparently the phrase return to Europa stems from a racist alt-right group, and furthermore, even just replacing the U to a V is apparently an alt-right dog whistle to identify each other. Other accounts she follows on Twitter include Andrew Tate, yes, that Andrew Tate, the Hellenist, an account that talks a lot about blaming the collapse of the Roman Empire on Jewish people and being a Nazi. Ayala, who is a controversial tech figure who apparently practices and hosts BDSM orgies for the elites. She's come under fire for posting some creepy tweets and polls about children that seem like super pedophilic in nature. Literal brain rot, some of these takes. Believe it or not, this is kind of keeping it brief. You get the gist of it. Everything is available in full over on Reddit or Twitter if you want to look. I have no idea how close Grimes actually is to any of these people, but it's really hard to believe she's totally ignorant to all of it. She labeled her friend group as elite schizo posters, So make of this what you will, but they totally all could just be schizo posting. In case you need any further explanation to what schizo posting is, here's an explanation of it from our lovely next entry, Landau. Reminder that in ancient Greek, schizophrenia translates to split, schizo, plus mind/soul, phrenia. In other words, a splitting of the soul. Thus, schizo posting translates to split posting / shredded posting, which is coincidentally goated. Brush up on your ancient Greek. Landau, I'm not really sure exactly what she supporting Lucy Quero again. In early 2024, he responded to a tweet from another one of Grimes' suspected private troll accounts, like Flurian8, asking her to hang out. This other private account, ScholarsMate8, is very similar to her other private accounts and seems to where she's been shifting most of her private tweeting over the past few years. 3 months ago, a bunch of Grimes' friends responded to a tweet from this account with a congratulations that seemed to insinuate that she had finally been reunited with her son X after Elon basically took off around the world with him. There are a lot of other responses that paint half of the conversation being had, a lot of which relate to personal and family issues that I really don't feel like is important to getting into. I will say that out of all of the things that I've said about Grimes in the channel, I have kept an air of trying to defend her, I suppose, just because I do believe I guess have a soft spot for her. But I don't know. These entries did genuinely upset me to read about, and I'm sure they're upsetting to some of you guys to hear about. You never truly know what somebody believes or is thinking, ever. But that's why we don't get too close to artists and people we don't know. A breakdown, to be honest. I've seen her do work.
This is a wonderful breakdown video. I recommend, if you care more about this, watch this entire thing. There's so much here. There's more than I could ever cover in this small little video. This person is someone worth subscribing to and following. Shout out to Marcy one more time. So Grimes, Grimes. Let's do it again. Grimes, infamous pop culture figure, controversial for music mishaps, for their love and romantic life, for the people they're seen with, and for ideologies that they have been associated with, and for being someone who tends to flip-flop back and forth between ideas of politics or society or culture, and basically is an artist who's very controversial for every reason other than their art. So to finally answer this question, is the Grimes hate forced? The answer, in my opinion, is no. I think the internet is a very hateful place, and I think Grimes has given more than enough reason to be hated on the internet, because the threshold for that is really low. There's definitely a lot of shit here that is super hyper questionable, but hey, who am I to judge? I was just curious. That's why the internet. Let's say that again. But hey, who am I to judge? Because I was just here to answer the question: why does the internet hate Grimes? Subscribe for more. All right, well, I'm gonna end the stream and the video there. And that should be all, chat.